Hi there! Today I want to talk a little bit about these three guys over here. Three Dark Angels. And I finished them last weekend and had a lot of fun making these as well as painting these finally. So I built them already, I think, a year ago, something, 2 years ago maybe. I just couldn't get myself around to painting them, mainly because I was afraid of painting green armor. I always have trouble painting green, I have no idea why. So I put it off for a long time, and then finally I gathered the courage to do it, just go for it. And I'm very happy with how it turned out. So these are three Dark Angels. I don't know exactly what they are. Might be sword brethren, no, what are they called? Blade guard, yeah, something like that. Or I don't know, this could be a chaplain and this could be a captain or something. But I just think that they look cool. Now, I want to tell a couple of things about these, mainly where the ideas came from. And I've been a big fan of Dark Angels since the edition that I joined, 40k, which is 3rd edition. There's a lot of gold nuggets in the Dark Angels teeny tiny flimsy codex as well. And one of the things that I've looked at heaps of time when I was a kid was these photographs. I always loved that dark green armor with the white robes. In another edition of 40k, which is I think 5th edition, I got this codex, and this codex is very full of beautiful artworks. Mainly this one. This is actually not 5th edition, but I think 2nd edition, which is a fantastic John Blanche artwork of Dark Angels. And this guy here in the center really got my attention with those big feathers on his helmet. So I want to do something with those helmets. Now actually that helmet is a piece in the Dark Angels upgrade sprue, so that was something that I could go for. This guy's cool too. But in the rest of these codex, there's a lot of beautiful artwork, among which this guy over here. I love those planks behind his back with the skulls on it and a small note and all the ornate stuff. This one's a cool one too. And the other one is this one. I don't actually know the artist of these pieces, but they're amazing. Very grim, very dark, very nice. And some of these, I don't know what those are. Seem to be some nails or something, or wooden stakes going through skulls. I wanted to put all those in there too. The other thing is this artwork, which is yet another John Blanche piece, of course. As you might have noticed, I'm a big fan of John Blanche. And I know that he's not actually a Dark Angel. I do not know what he actually should be, but he is definitely a badass guy, for sure. I made that servo skull at a certain point as well. Yeah, so that's what I did. If you look at this one, this is what I turned out to make. So the armor is green instead of black, but for the rest, I think I'm pretty close. And it's not really a one-to-one, so it's not a direct translation of 2D into 3D. But it's more of an inspired by. So the gun is different. You see I took a storm bolter simply because I like that silhouette. And of course there's I added some other details as well, like the small tilt shield. And the other thing is, while I was building this, actually building it, somebody asked, yeah, so where's the dead space vampire? And I was like, what dead space vampire? And he said, yeah, the one at the bottom of the image. Because I always wondered how that sword broke, but I never somehow saw that the other half of the sword is still in the victim over there. So yeah, once I noticed that, I of course had to add that to the base as well. So the victim is still there. Now, as I said, this one is mainly built on the work of the company master, and so I tried to copy a bit of the necklace that he has and the wooden fence, wooden fence behind his back. And once I was finished, I actually noticed that the wooden fence at the back is kind of covered by the feathers, which is not a very big problem, but they stand out less than I would have liked. Which is probably why he has his helmet in his hand, because he simply wants to show his badass note of, I'm going to kill you very soon over there. And here you have to look through the feathers to see that note. Anyway, so very cool stuff. Now, the final one, which is this guy. And once I built it, I got a lot of comments shouting Safiroth, which you might know what that means. It's the character from Final Fantasy VII, of course, which is a one-winged bad guy. So what I did here is I took the base of the Ancient from the Indomitus kit, and I removed the relic that he's usually carrying, which I replaced by first a hammer from the Death Watch, this time the Death Watch kit, but I removed the other head of the hammer and replaced it with a blade, and this blade is from the Drukhari Talos engine kit. It's actually on one of the hands. The wing is from the Drukhari Scourges, and this helmet is from a very old Dark Angels kit, and this is the helmet from the captain that was in that box. I got him a little souvenir too, because in my mind he's like the executioner chopping heads, so he needed a head to hold, and I thought this Death Guard helmet would be a nice addition to that one, with some nasty stuff dangling from it too. So I painted the wings slightly different type of green than the armor. So this is more dry brushed and going towards white yellow, while the armor is not dry brushed at all and going more towards scorpion green. And all the red just makes him jump. What else did I do here? So as I said, the helmet's from the upgrade kit, Dark Angels upgrade sprue. For the rest, it's not much special. I think this is from the Blade Guard veteran, and I simply added some cloth to the torso as well, and some different shoulder pads. I think this head is from a assault intercessor. Oh yeah, and the knee, of course. I added a skull to the knee, so this skull is from the Skulls box. So with the release of Arcs of Omen the Lion, there's something else that I might want to try in the near future as well, which are these guys. So the Risen and the Redeemed. I really like the look of these guys. What I think is awesome about it is that you can really make a mix of armor types, of old armor types for those, and then just paint them black instead of green, because as I said, green is a dangerous color. Black is a little bit easier. But before I do that, I probably will wait until the new Horus Heresy Mark armor comes out, which is a redesign of the Mark III kit, which hopefully will be more in line with the current Marks. They will look nicer next to these guys. So I might have a small bunch of Dark Angels veterans and Risen, which might be something that I'll do later, and definitely when new Terminators come out, of course. So we will need to have some Death Guard. Sorry. Not Death Guard, of course. That's Heresy. And Dark Angels are very far from Heresy, of course, as we all know. That's it. Hope you liked it. Hope you liked hearing the thoughts behind the miniatures. And if you have any questions about which parts I used or what techniques I used for them, feel free to let me know in the comments. See you next time. Bye.